What's going on, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. You'll see with our Jeep here, we went ahead, we went through our first round of repairs, and we got it to pass inspection. That is huge. But we have done some trail riding and some off-roading in it, and it is seriously lacking in the lighting department. Even with the high beams on, we're really not getting much light output out on the trail. And we actually have one of our marker bulbs out, so instead of replacing all the bulbs and, restoring these headlights and everything, we went ahead and upgraded. We went on Amazon and I scoured their pages, and I bought what I think are the best headlights and the best marker, both for the grille and the fender lights are. I'm going to go ahead, I'll link them down below. You tell me what you think. At the end of the video, I'm going to put a nighttime shot up against the garage door. Let me know what you think. But we went with the HW Star LED headlights. They are color of 6000K, which is a white with a very slight hint of blue. They are IP67 waterproof, so these will be good for out on the trail. And they actually have little projectors in them, so they should have a pretty nice cutoff, and they should look really good, and they're super easy to install. Let's go over to the picnic table over there. We're going to unbox them. Let's see how everything looks. Alright guys, so like I said, these are IP67 rated, and they actually come with directions here too. I don't like daytime running lights, so I'm probably not going to wire the DRLs up because I think they look gaudy. I like having my headlights off when I'm driving during the day, but this is how they look. Let's check them out. So they have a very nice shiny housing here. Wow, they actually have some weight to them. And they're pretty much plug and play from what I can tell. So these should actually be really nice for out in the trail. They come with a little jumper harness too to connect to the truck. I guess some trucks you need them, some trucks you don't. I'm not sure what the connector on the back of the Jeep is going to look like. So we'll see when we get over there. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go set you up on the tripod. And then we'll start, I'll show you how to pull the grill off and we'll go from there. But really quickly, let me just unbox these two. Again, these have a daytime running light capability. We are not going to wire that up. If you wanted to, you'd basically have to connect the little white pigtails on the back of the wire, or on the back of the light to a switched 12-volt power supply. So either switched with ignition or with the lights. I guess you would do it with ignition if you want daytime running lamps. But these are smoked black. They light up amber, excuse me, and they should look nice. So let's go ahead, let's set you up on the tripod, and let's take that grill off and get started. Alright guys, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and open the grill here. You're going to release your latches, get your secondary latch, and I'm just going to go ahead, very carefully rest this hood on the base of the windshield like that. I just find that easier. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to get a flathead screwdriver, and we're going to remove the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips here on top of the grill. They're super easy to remove. You're going to take your flathead, you're going to stick it in this little slot here and twist, and that's going to pop it up. And we're going to go ahead and repeat that process across the whole top of the grill. Like I said, twist, they come right out. Sometimes the clips will fall apart like this. It's no big deal if they do. You just kind of slide them back together like so. This is how they should look once you get them out. Is basically they're disarmed. When you arm them, you're going to push it back down. It's going to spread the base out, and that's what basically is the clamping force that keeps them secured. Alright, once we get the 6 of them out, we're going to go ahead and put them over to the side. And then what you're going to do, there's a bunch of little pressure pins down at the bottom of the grill. I find it easiest to just grab the grill and give it a quick yank, and that should release them relatively easily. So basically you're going to want to grab it like this and just kind of give it a yank like that. And now we can go ahead and disconnect our marker lights here. Get the grill aside. Alright guys, for this next part you're going to need a T15 Torx driver. That's what we have here. I'll drop one of these in the description below as well in case. This is a snap-on. You don't need a snap-on. That's just what I have. And there's going to be 1, 2, and 3 of these that we're going to need to remove to get the ring off of these headlights. So let's go ahead and remove them. Number 1. Here's number 2. Here is number 3. Now, we can pull this ring off. Oh, there's a 4th one. I lied to you. There's 4 of them. Now we can pull the ring off. We're going to set that aside along with the screws. And then we are going to unplug this headlight. Now to unplug this headlight, there is a little red security tab that you're going to have to release to unplug. That is that guy right there. So I find it easier to just slip a screwdriver right in here and twist, and it'll pull that out, and then you can go ahead and unplug it. Alright guys, so with the Jeep you are going to have to use this jumper harness, so I went ahead and plugged that in. It just literally plugs right in. You're going to go ahead and plug the jumper into the factory connector until it clicks. You're going to slide the lock down. Now we're just going to push this headlight into place. Now there is writing on it. You're going to want it with the writing facing up, but there are also locating tabs that will help you center it more or less, which is actually really nice. So now that they're centered, we're going to go ahead and take our metal ring here, slide it into the correct place, like so, and now we're going to start putting our screws back in. Number 1. Don't mind my chickens, they're just happy. It's very nice out today. They're back there making all kinds of noise. Today's day and age with how much eggs are. We have our chickens, we sell our eggs, and we are a self-sufficient household as far as eggs are concerned. So we're just putting our screws in here. And now we are going to repeat the process on the other side. I don't think I need to show you me doing the other side. So I will do the other side off camera, and then we're going to switch gears and take care of the lights on the grill, the parking lights. So we got that in. You'll see how it looks in the Jeep. It looks really nice, especially compared to that. It's going to bring this into the 2020s with some nice projector housings. But let's go ahead and take care of that other side now, and then we'll switch gears. Alright guys, we got our low beams on, just checking them. So we have the lower projector and then the 2 side butt lights on with the low beams. Again, lower projector, 2 side beams. Let's come over here and flick the highs on. With the highs you get both projectors. So So you'll see everything here is working. We'll get some night shots tonight, but let's go ahead and move over to the grill. So the first thing we're going to do here is unplug these bulb sockets here from the connectors for the parking lights. So you're going to take a screwdriver, I should probably grab a flathead here, and you're going to pop this red tab up like so, and then it's as easy as push and release. Make sure this is up all the way. There it goes. And this should come out like so. You're going to have to play with it a little bit. Now you're going to want to check in here for any corrosion on your pins. This one is good. On this side we actually do have some corrosion there on that center pin we're going to have to clean. That might be why the bulb on this side wasn't working, because the bulb is actually brand new, but if you look at that pin in there, it's pretty green. So we're going to go ahead and clean that up, and then we'll go over to the grill over there and get the old ones out and the new ones in. So what we did here is we used a little bit of electromotive electric parts cleaner, and we went ahead and sprayed that pin out. And then we just used a little pick here to very carefully go in there. You want to make sure that you don't accidentally spread the pins out too much, because then you won't have any pin tension. But you just want to go in there and try to scrape the corrosion off until you have a nice, clean metal in there. And that's what it looks like we have. So we're going to call that good. Let's get over there to the grill. Taking these out, super easy. Little tab here. Push it in and push down. You'll feel it when it releases. Like that. Same thing on this one. Push down. Falls right out. Flip this around. Do the same thing. Make sure you can see what I'm looking at here. We're right here. Again, push the tab in. Push the tab in. Done. Let's go grab our new ones. And these are going to go in just as easy as they came out. You'll see here they are marked left and right. So if the Jeep, say this is the Jeep, you're the driver sitting behind it, left is going to be there, right's going to be over here. So let's go ahead and put this right one in. Okay. And now we'll slide it back down here, and you'll hear it just like the clicks you heard when you released it. You'll hear it when you get them in. So I'm just gonna push it in until we hear and see our click, which we have now. Let's flip the grill around here like so. Excuse me. You see, we're right here, and we are just very simply sliding this in until it lines up. This is an aftermarket grill, so it's not perfect. You kind of have to play with it a little bit. But in. And there we go. Alright. Move our screwdrivers here out of the way. Before I completely clip this grill in, we're just going to go ahead and plug in our bulbs here. Okay, you're going to slide the red locks in. Same thing on this side. Alright, before I clip this in, let's go ahead, peel this plastic off. Turn the lights on. Alright guys, so as you saw, these lights are not operating as intended. I went ahead and I verified with my voltmeter that we had power going to the parking lights. And I'll even take it one step further, and I'll turn my lights on, and you'll see that both of these bulbs are lit. But for some reason, these guys are not. So we are going to return these, and for right now, we're just going to keep our factory marker lights. So we're going to go ahead and put them back in. For that reason, I'm not going to leave a link for these down below, because for me, they did not work. And I can't, in good faith, recommend something that didn't work for me. So, like I said, we're going to return them, get them out of here. And for right now, we're just going to put our stock units right here back in. And we're going to get this grill back together. Alright guys, well, I hope this video helped you replace your headlights and your front marker lights in your 2007 to 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK or JKU. Unfortunately, we were not able to use the marker lights that we purchased because they didn't work the way I had intended them to and the way they should. But nonetheless, we did show you how to remove them and replace them. So hopefully that helps. Stay tuned. At the end of the video, I'm going to put a picture of how these headlights look at night, and I'm sure that they will be a vast improvement over stock. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Alright guys, so we're here in the JKU Unlimited, and this is the beam cutoff of these new headlights that we just put in, and the name that the name of the headlights is escaping me right now. But these are going to be in the description below for purchase. But this is a very nice, clean cutoff from these projectors. So let's go ahead and take it for a ride. And reverse would be a good idea if I'm going to back up, not neutral. But let's go see how these things look on the road. I just got done washing this thing because we had it out in the woods a couple times this weekend. So we wanted to make sure that it was nice and clean. But let's just check out how nice and bright these headlights are. This is a huge improvement over stock. So let's go out here. We're gonna make a left. I mean, it's dusk right now, so it's not completely dark, but you can just see how big of an improvement these headlights are over the factory headlights. It's honestly night and day. So again, thank you for watching. Nice, easy modification to improve the look and basically the nighttime driving experience in your 2007 to 2000 and I think what 17 JK.